Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about a highly requested topic on where to go wedding dress shopping, or even how to identify bridal stores that will carry dresses for a mid-size and plus-size bride. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on. I am here for you, guiding you along the way, leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, wear so many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Don't forget to hit that follow button on TikTok at LOVELLA Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert as well. 2 subscribers specifically wrote in about this week's topic, wanted to read in what the requests were. Kanisha wrote in saying, "Hey Nayri, can you talk about how to find the right store when you are a mid-size, plus-size bride? It's been such a struggle for me. I've been calling places before I set the appointment to see if they have any options, but being told yes, we have something that will fit you, but you get there and there's only one dress that can fit. Help." Then Nicole wrote in asking, would you do a video about size inclusive designers for plus size brides? How to know if a store has plus size samples? I had no idea that bridal gown sizes can run small, or a store doesn't have larger samples in store. Ladies, I am so happy that you wrote in asking about this, because this is super valuable information for so many brides to be out there. And this can absolutely and is a struggle for many of my mid-size and plus size brides. And this is why we created LOVELLA Plus, because we wanted brides to be able to identify that we do have a selection of plus size dresses and its own Instagram account, that brides can see the dresses that we have prior to coming in store. Just like these 2 subscribers writing in saying that they're having a hard time identifying stores that carry plus size, and also designers that offer plus size dresses, and even for mid-size brides. In bridal, mid-size and plus size start at a smaller sizing than regular clothing do. So, for example, if you are a size 16 in ready-to-wear street US clothing, you are going to be considered in the plus size category in bridal. I know that that doesn't sound amazing as a bride-to-be to hear that being a size 16 puts you in that category. Bridal sizing runs small. This is not the store's fault. This is just how the sizing works. It's from the designer. So essentially, stores that you are shopping start at a bridal size 10 or 12 to try on. That is the middle of a size chart when you are looking at a designer size chart. All stores have to order the middle of the size chart. Each designer says what size you have to order. The reason for this, not ideal, I know, but the reason for it is because bridal gowns are made to order. They take 6 to 8 months to order. That being said, all the designers need stores to pick the same exact size for stock, so they can cut multiple of the dress as quickly as possible to get the inventory to the stores faster. Now, while I know that that can sound extremely discouraging, there are stores that focus only and only offer dresses for the mid-size to plus size bride, along with designers that only offer sample dresses for the mid-size and plus size bride. So when you are calling a store, you may call yourself a mid-size bride in regular clothing. So if you call a bridal store and say, I'm a mid-size bride, that means something very different in regular clothing, streetwear clothing, than bridal clothing. Because if you're a mid-size in regular clothing, you're going to be a plus size in bridal most likely. I know how that sounds, and it's definitely not ideal, but that could be a little bit of the confusion that's made. If you call a store saying I'm a mid-size bride, they're thinking their bridal 16s and 18s are going to fit you, but you are likely more of a 20, 22, 24 in bridal, which then lands. So a size 20 in bridal is what we consider plus size. That is now a plus size dress. A size 20 in bridal and on is plus size. When you are calling stores, You want to tell them what size you wear in regular clothing and ask them what size is that in bridal for their designers, and do they offer samples in those sizes. And another thing I want to point out, when you're calling stores, it's not so much about quantity. Obviously, you don't want to show up for 1, 2, or a handful of dresses, but we at Lovella have a larger selection of samples in size 10s and 12s versus our plus size. We do have a beautiful selection of plus size. At least I think that it's really beautiful, because a lot of the dresses we have at Lovella in our plus size to mid sizing is not available anywhere else. We are an exclusive store that has certain designer dresses in these sizings, and we've invested into it. That's another point I should bring up. You might be thinking as you're watching this video, well, why can't stores buy multiple of each dress? When we order duplicates, we are paying double the inventory. So it's very difficult to buy duplicates of every single dress. 1, we don't have the space. 2, it is so expensive, and our designers have minimums. So there is a logistical flow that goes into things when it comes to buying inventory for stores. While Lovella is not an exclusive plus size selection store, we have what I would consider to be a beautiful selection, and it's more about the quality versus the quantity. We have a great variation in a bunch of different price points and a wide sizing range to accommodate brides, where they get Lovella's service and expertise and knowledge at hand. Another great way to know if a store has plus size dresses is representation of the plus size dresses on their website or their social media, like you see for Lovella. So if you don't see any representation of any plus size, it's very unlikely that they're going to have a large selection of dresses in different sizes available for you to try on. Keep in mind, stores are very creative and can do some great things to help you fit into dresses that are maybe too big on you or too small on you. So there are different tips and tricks and things that we can do to get you into dresses. However, you are going to need to make sure that the stores have the right sizes available for you to be able to slip on. This is when calling, communicating, and specifically asking them, knowing your size in streetwear, converting that into bridal, and directly asking, do you have a large selection of dresses in this sizing? What would you consider a large selection of dresses? You ask that to the store and also to yourself. Again, you're only looking for one dress, so you don't need 1,000 dresses to choose from. If you have 50 to 100 dresses to shop, that is quite a big number and a great selection of dresses as well. Our Instagram is a great source of inspiration at Lovella Plus. You can see the different designers that we feature on our website. If you go to LovellaBridal.com, under designers, we have our plus section, and you can shop all the designers that we offer in plus dresses. So that will give you an idea of some of the designers to answer the question specifically that was asked during the creation of this video. You can go take a look there. I will link that all for you below. If you have any other questions, please drop me a comment below. I am happy to help. While I know it might be hard to digest the content of this video in terms of the disappointing numbers that you hear when it comes to what plus size and mid size means in bridal, but it is a completely different language of sizing, and that can be very confusing for so many people when you start this process. Not only confusing, but very discouraging as well. I want you to know that as stylists, we are all super aware of it, and we are extremely mindful of it, and we are here to make you feel beautiful and confident in the most important article of clothing you'll ever wear. And this is exactly why Lovella invested in plus size dresses and really unique plus size dresses to add to that, because we did not want brides leaving our store and not having the opportunity to try dresses on. I hope that you found this information valuable and helpful. Again, please drop me a comment below on any questions you may have to follow up to any of the content in this video. For more videos and tips like these, please be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.